Have you ever wondered how some plate sits forever? I'll be showing how to do that calculation, how to create a permanent split on your skirt or a gown. And we will be attaching the elastic at the waistband at the back and normal waistband in front. So this is how I'm going to skirt with the use. You can use this calculation for your gown pleats as well. You know, when creating pleats, there's always a layer under the pleats. So calculating, having a right calculation for creating that layer, it will be tricky to making a split that will sit forever. You just iron and you go. So to start that, I'm going to go ahead to create a starting point line. So I will do a straight line from the top down to the lower part of this fabric. And from there, and I want my pleats. I want when I pleat this, it's going to be just 1 inches. That's 1 inches will be outside, just as the same. Just when you place it this way, you're going to be having it to be sitting at 1 inches. You can make yours be 1.5 or bigger. So I think 1 inches is fine for me because I'm making this for a pleat. So I'm going to 1 inches, and the fabric under it is going to be times 2. So that's when I fold it to sit properly. You can see when I fold it now by 2 inches, it will sit properly. So first of all, you measure 1 inches and you measure times 2 of what you want the size of your plate to be. And in my case, it is 2 inches. And I'll measure again 1 inches and I'll measure 2 inches. You get. So you just measure 1 inches. That's the size of the plate you're working with, and then you measure times 2 of that plate so that it will sit comfortably when you put it on that. So I'm going to continue doing this as I get to the end of this fabric. So from here, I'm measuring 1 inches, 2 inches, 1 inches, 2 inches. I'm just marking it for the get. So you're going to do the same thing to your fabric. I went ahead to mark the length of the skirt. I'm working with minus 1.5 inches for the waistband because it's going to be a waistband of 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to be adding a length plus 1 inches, half inches for hemming the lower part and half inches for turning to the waistband. So your length plus 1 inches, yes. And then at that full length, I'm going to go ahead and mark the same thing I mark on the top. But first of all, I went ahead to cut out to have what I need first. So I cut out the piece I need, that's the length I need. And after that, I'll be marking the same thing we marked on top. That 1 inches, 2 inches, 1 inches, 2 inches. So you're going to go ahead to do this. So the essence of doing this at the bottom is for the piece to be straight, yet. So when you're folding it, it's not going to be diagonal. So your place remains straight. That's just the major thing, and that's what you want to. So just go ahead and mark it. I know it's a long process, but it doesn't take time that much. It depends on the size we are making, but it's worth it. So after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start pleating it. You see, so when I pleat, I have the 1 inches and I'm folding this inward by the 2 inches. This is what I'm doing. So I'll the 1 inches. Here is nice 1 inches. I'll fold it and make sure it reaches to the marking of the 2 inches you get. So when you pick 1 inches, you are folding it to touch the line you mark for 2 inches. Just what you did. This is 1 inches. I'm covering it to touch the 2 inches mark I gave. So that's how you're going to continue doing it until you get to the end. So when I do it, I pin it down before so that it's going to be like this. You put it in place before I will go ahead to iron it. You can just be pleating and iron at the same time, but I prefer doing it this way. So just pick the 1 inches marking and lay it over the 2 inches marking. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. So watch closely to see how I'm doing it. I think this is self-explanatory here. If you have any questions, don't forget to drop in the comment section. I reply to all my questions, and I will do well to make it beginners friendly or explain it as much as I can. So in this channel we learn just trying to pass out knowledge, and please do it to give me a thumbs up to encourage me for putting out this content out there. So you just continue pleating it as you see me do, keep on pleating it till you get to the end. Subscribe and join the family, and you'll be receiving amazing content from this channel as well. So this is what I have when I was done pinning it down, and then I went ahead to give it a good press. So after pressing it, I have this laying flat and beautiful. I see the 1 inches on top, so under it has enough space to sit because of the 2 inches just pleated inwards bag. So go ahead and do your ironing. Make sure you're using a very steam iron for pressing this. Press it well. If you don't have a steam iron, just sprinkle water on top of it and give it a very nice press. So I'm going to go ahead to sew a space stitch on top to keep it in place. While I leave the pin and just sew a straight stitch on it. And for the lower part, I'll take out the pin for the lower part and weave it and give it a half inches folding inwards. After which I'll come back to press it down to make the pleats on the lower part. So now I'm going to go ahead to attach my waistband to this. Remember we are using 1.5 inches waistband, and that's my waistband you can see over there. You can see the lower part. I've gone ahead to fold it in and I've ironed it back again, so it's sitting nice and slit. So I'm going to be folding this into two because we're going to be using an elastic at the back, and what the other side is going to be just plain as we saw earlier. So to do that, because my zipper is going to be by the side as well, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it into two. When I fold it into two, I'll be marking the half of this piece. So just fold it into two like this and give it a notch. So I'll be giving a notch there to indicate that's the middle part. So when I'm sewing the waistband, when I get to that point, I know that I need to start attaching my elastic to it. So that's the essence of this notch. So remember, I said my zip is going to be by the side. So let's go ahead and attach our elastic to this. So I'll open this up and attach it. I also want to give the a marking to the half of the waistband as well, just to run with what I have at the waist. That's the notch at the pleated area. You get at the pleated fabric. I need to say.
So I'm trying to sew in my waistband, and I'm not trying to sew it by 0.5 inches. So initially the waistband is a total of 3 inches plus 1 inches, half inches on each side for joining allowance, making it 4 inches you get. So the 0.5 inches on each side, I folded it in. I created a crease line with my area, and that's what I'm using to sew it down to the skirt parts you get. So just sew it down to the end before we now talk about fixing the elastic. For the elastic, I'm using a 1 inches elastic for this. So this depends on how stretchy your elastic is. So just measure from the middle to the end. Measure your elastic. Depending on how stretchy the elastic is, you can reduce by 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. Just work with the elastic you have. And then from that middle that I gave a notch, I'm going to be sewing it to the other side. So just determine the side you want to be the front and the side you want to be the back. And then from the middle, that's the place I created a notch earlier. Try and sew it down. But while sewing down, make sure you remove the 0.5 inches by the side. That's the sewing allowance you use to join the waistband to the skirt. So please just move it to the side and then try and sew it down gently. So to make it easier for you, when you tack the elastic at the starting point, use your pin, drag the elastic to the end and use your pin to hold it down, so that can make it easier for you to be sewing. And the way you're now sewing, just try to stretch it and be sewing it. So just extend it and sew it down, tag it to the other end and continue. Flip it over and continue stretching the fabric with the elastic as you sew. It's as simple as that. And when we now get to the end, you will now try to cover up the whole fabric with the other parts of the waistband to have a nice finishing. So this is it. So here I'm done sewing the elastic because I'm going to be creating a zipper at this end. So I'm going to be turning the waistband, just the tip of the waistband. Just flip it over and turn it. But first of all, I'm going to try and sew down where my zipper will not be reaching. Just sew it down by 0.5 inches to the end, and then we will now be attaching the elastic. We'll be attaching the zipper first. After I'm done attaching the zipper, we'll now use the parts of the waistband to give it a good finishing, to close up the zip properly and with the tip of the waistband. So to attach my zip, I'm going to try and loosen up the waistband I've attached to the end. So I'll loosen it up by like 0.5 inch to 0.75 to have room to attach my zipper. Mind you, the waistband is going to be carrying a button, so the zipper is just going to be it's going to be on the pleated part to make it easier, to make it self-explanatory. It's going to be at the pleated side. You get? So just loosen up the two end and attach your zipper, and we'll be covering up the whole rough edge tip of the zipper with this same waistband. Hope you understand me. If you are an OG in this channel, you know that I like working with my pins, and I would advise you to do the same. So to place the zipper, I'm trying to use my pin to place it and make sure that it is at the seam allowance I'm using to sew it by. So just hold it down and sew the two sides. And this is my zipper. You see how neat it is. So I pinned the other side, one end, sewed it down, pinned the other end, and I finished it up. So to finish up the zipper edge and to give it a neat finishing, I'll just go ahead and open the zipper as you see me do, and I'll turn my waistband as you see. So I'm just going to sew this across first, and I'll be cutting out that excess zipper that's showing at the tip, and I'll repeat the same thing for this other end. So open it up and sew back your waistband straight first and cut out the excess while we now try and do the finish up. So I'm done sewing my zipper, and now try to finish up the end of my waistband. So to finish it up, I'll just flip it over like this, and to the side I want the button to be, I'll make sure that it extends more forward by at least 1 inch, and I'll sew a straight stitch down, and then I will now push it over to the right side, turn it over again, and I'll repeat the same thing for this other end. Turn it like, say you're sewing the wrong side of your waistband, sew it down by half of an inch, and then turn it over to the right side. So now over to the finishing. As you can see, the end that I sewed down, see how neat it is after I turned it over to the right side. And then I'm now going to go ahead and use the other end of the waistband to cover up the joining at the waist. That's the rough end. So just turn it over, because I ironed this down, so it makes it easier for me to use this crease line that's at the middle, which is now the top of the skirt, to now just place it flat and tuck in my sewing allowance, that's the rough end inside. Makes it easier for me. And when I get to the elastic part, all I need to do is to stretch and sew. I see me pull it, just pull it, stretch it and sew, while making sure you're still tucking in the rough edges. Sew it up to the end, and that is all. So to see how neat this skirt turned out to be, very beautiful, and the pleats still no shaking. The pleats are no shaking. It's still remaining just the same way we made it to be, because you used enough fabric to do the pleating, and that is it. So over here I close it up, and I will be going ahead to attach my button at the other end. So for this elastic part, you can decide to give a stretch stitch at the top area, that's at the waist area, the top area, or you can leave it as like this. So you see how beautiful our skirt turned out to be, and the pleats are sitting very well and nice. You can give the whole round the top stitch, or you can just keep that. I am Glory, and it's nice having you in class. Do well to subscribe, like, and turn the notification bell so you get away when I upload a new video. Until next time, bye.